I don't know if it's this multiple enemies, because they don't say it there. If it's one enemy, we don't know. While inside the crystal, the target can't do anything, but is also immune to damage and healing. After 2 seconds, the crystal bursts into pierces, dealing 700 and something damage to enemies in the 7-meter radius. So, I'll cast it on him, and for a second, he gets frozen. And now I'll cast it on me, so you guys can see what it does. I don't think it's going to change a lot, because if Demon tries to run, try to run now out of it once I cast it on you. If he just runs, he can leave the area, so it's not a strong enough slow. Can I cast it?
Yeah, sure.
He almost did, but he ran out. Like, there's a way to leave the area, and it's easy counterable by running, any run ability.
If I use the boots, I can easy dodge that.
You can use the assassin shoes also. So, what happens when you cast it on yourself or in a ally? Try to attack me, Demon. See? It does 0 damage, 0 damage. So you can dodge a bunch of damage. I think this weapon is going to be if this does AoE damage, like AoE stun I mean, and damage, it's going to be a great solo weapon. A great solo weapon. Because you have ice block on your E, and then you can use your helmet for another thing. You know how crazy is that? This weapon is going to be amazing, because you have an ice block and damage in the same weapon. This weapon is pretty cool. It's going to be some neat players. Sorab must be super happy about it. So, now it's the Arcane. I didn't even read the Arcane yet. I don't even know which thing should I choose on the Arcane, so whatever. Okay, so Dark Sphere. Summons a Dark Sphere that hits after the cast, ends up dealing 400 and something damage and applying a Dark Aura up to 5 enemies in 5-meter ground impact and radius. The Dark Aura lasts for 7 seconds. Any enemy inside for blah 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 is slowed for 20%. Their healing received is reduced by 15%. Their damage is reduced by 15%. If multiple auras overlap, the effect... Oh! So, if there's more than one... Oh yes, I need to see... A viewer told me, if I cast it on myself and he's inside, about the frost, if I cast it on myself and he's inside, does he get frozen? We shall see that. That would be pretty fucking cool. But the Arcane already can see like 5 Arcane players just going crazy with it. It doesn't get frozen, but it takes the damage. It would be cool though. It would be pretty cool, but it doesn't. So, this will be more of a ZVZ weapon support type of deal, but 5 times, this scaling 5 times can destroy a ZVZ. Pretty cool. So let's try to see how it looks. Let's go next weapon. Next weapon is Holy, the weapon he's using. Demon accept the... So they change it. I'm going to use also the W on it. Don't worry. Pulse and aggressive caster. So this is the E. It's a pretty small area, let me tell you that. Like if this is for ZVZ, it's not gonna hit that much. This is the Mimic. So for this time, I have, for that amount of time, I have a healing bubble. That's it. Hey, leave me alone. So, next weapon is gonna be Holy. Which he already did. Like he jumped into the target, which is what this does. I don't understand how can you play this, but let's see. It's a one hand also. And You can use the new weapons, whatever, the new offense. Which is, I think this one is going to be pretty good for healers also. Besides the gathering, which is amazing. You're gathering with a bloodletter or something, having CC resistance like this is going to be pretty neat. But for healers, it's also awesome. So, Sacred Pulse, kinda different, it's lower. Now, the flash heal is like this. Still pretty neat, I like it. Still pretty fast. Bros, you guys don't see that I'm fucking recording stuff right here? Not disturb, thank you. So, cut again. So, the Sacred Pulse got nerfed a bit, not a lot, and the healing, flash heal, is different, completely different. It's an AoE now. It's pretty cool still. The E is jump towards a ground target location on a 5-meter radius area. You heal up to 10 allies. Good, and knocks back enemies into the air for 0.8 seconds. Each ally healed increases your resistance for an amount and for 7 seconds. Stacks up for 3 times. So this knocks up and does a healing. It's pretty underwhelming. Let me tell you that. Not that great. So, next weapon. The Druid. It's also one hand. Put on this, the breeze, and this. So, I haven't seen this one. Link 2 targets together for 8 seconds. The effect depends on the target types. 2 allies combination. Damage taken is shared evenly between the 2 targets. If a target is healed, the other target gets also healed. Ally enemy combination. 30% of the enemy heal received is transferred to the ally. Ooh. 10% of allies damage received is transferred to the enemy. That's cool. 2 enemy combinations. If an enemy takes damage, the linked enemy also receives 50% of damage. So it's not shared, it's one enemy takes full damage and the other takes 50% of damage. It's also, you guys read it there, the linked enemy also has 0 CD. Yeah, but I think it's a duration, so now we're linked. No, it has CD. Fuck. I think it's for the amount it stays on. It's still a test server, so it's still buggy. But it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty amazing. It's going to be a new meta on druids. Let me see. How does it look on the enemy? And then, the last but not least, the daggers. I'll show you the daggers at last. So, if I do it on him, and I do it on me, it becomes a green thing. You cannot get too far though. It has a pretty small range. So you have to be kinda close to him. It's pretty neat though. I like it. I'll try this out on 5v5s for sure. Then, the last weapon, and kind of disappointment to me, because I was not expecting to be like this. But it's still a new weapon, so we have to be happy about it. It's the daggers. Which is not daggers, it's kind of some claws, looking kinda the same as the other claws, so it's kinda nyeh. But that's what we have. So this E slashes in a cone in front of you while jumping 8 meters back. While jumping 8 meters back, you'll deal damage in front of you and around you. And then the damage height depends on the number of course, so as more stacks you have, the more damage you'll do. as always, in the daggers. Like almost every dagger is like this. The givers is like this. Double daggers is like this. The more stacks you have, the more damage you will do. So, I have my daggers here. Of course, there's 100 less item power. But, if we see here, it's 1900 damage. And if we see here, it's almost double the amount. I cannot equip it, but you will see once I equip it. So let me show you what it does. It's pretty underwhelming. That's it. That's what it does. So it's 3000 damage. Almost double the amount of damage of this. Because when I equip it, I have more or less damage. Let's put it side by side then, so it looks the same. So there's 1700, 1100. I don't think it's going to be amazing. I think it's pretty weird. Doesn't deal that much damage. I think it's a pretty weird weapon. So, I don't know. Anyway guys, that's it for the Avalonian weapons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it's pretty cool. They introducing new weapons. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll do more content. Keep following me. And tell me what you guys think in the comments about the weapons. What weapons you want to try? What weapons you think are good? What weapons you think are underwhelming? They are not as good as you guys thought it would be. And I see you guys next time. Alright? Bye!